Welcome back, mathematicians. In this video, we are going to find the difference of two complex numbers. As a quick reminder, complex numbers are written in the form a plus bi, where a is the real part and bi is the imaginary part. So when we're finding the difference of these complex numbers, our goal is to subtract the real parts and to subtract the imaginary parts. Let's look at our first example and identify the real parts, which are -1 in the first complex number and 4 in the second complex number. So let's rewrite this as -1 minus 4. And again, it's subtraction because we're subtracting the two complex numbers. Plus, and now we're going to subtract the imaginary numbers, or the imaginary parts. And the imaginary part of the complex numbers are 3i and -7i. So be careful with this because what I have now is 3i minus a -7i for my difference of complex numbers. Be very careful of your signs. Now let's subtract. -1 minus 4 is -5, and 3i minus a -7i, keeping in mind that double negative changes to plus a positive, is actually equal to plus 10i. Let's go to our second example, where we need to do a little bit of work to the imaginary parts before we can find the difference. So first, let's drop down the real part, 8, minus, and let's simplify the square root of -1, which is equal to I. So this is our first complex number simplified. Let's do the same thing to our second complex number, and what we have is -5 as our real part, minus, and negative, or the square root of -49, I'm going to break up into the square root of 49 times the square root of -1. Now, dropping down the real part, -5, I have minus 7, because the square root of 49 is 7, I, because the square root of -1 is equal to I. So let's drop down the first complex number again, 8 minus I, and we are subtracting -5 minus 7i. So now let's go ahead and complete the process to find the difference. So we are going to identify the real parts, which is 8 and -5. So this will be rewritten as 8 minus -5 for my real parts. Now let's go ahead and subtract the imaginary parts, which is -I and -7i. Now there's a lot of negatives going on here, so please be careful of your signs. But we have -I minus a -7i. Now let's subtract these real parts and imaginary parts. So 8 minus a -5 is equal to positive 13. And then we have -I minus a -7i. Let's just kind of take care of those double negatives there and make them plus a positive. So it's really -I plus 7i, which is equal to positive 6i. So the difference of these two complex numbers is 13 plus 6i. All right, guys, good luck.